You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. The WNBA, folks, is in full-blown panic. As you guys know, we actually have not two, but three males that now want to play in the WNBA. All the woke virtue signaling guys from these WNBA players have now backfired. You have an active male who just quote unquote transitioned like 5 years ago in France. Says he's waiting on that call. You also have Enes Kanter Freedom, former NBA player. He declared for the 2027 WNBA draft. And also Royce White, who my Houston Rockets actually drafted, he also declared for the WNBA draft. Now, all this virtue signaling, folks, the WNBA better draft these guys because there's no doubt about it, they would actually be the best players in the WNBA. But guess what, folks? The WNBA is panicking. They're actually going to hold a meeting to actually decide what is a woman. You can't make this up. So a women's basketball league with woman in the name, they don't know what a woman is. They sound like Ketanji Brown Jackson, folks. They really, really do. When Rhodes called me about this, I was like, what? Is this real? The Women's National Basketball Association doesn't know what a woman is, so now they have to define it? Even though their league rules actually say only women can play in the WNBA, but we know how that works. We know how that works. Because when it comes to the trans issue, folks, all you need to do is just identify. And we're told that trans women are women. When in reality, anybody with a brain in their head knows that they're just men. Yeah, this is crazy, man. And I'm all here for it, guys. They're actually having a meeting on this. Honestly, I think they're about to find out what a woman really is. I think they're actually going to put a rule in place and stop the trans invasion from coming into the WNBA. And then they'll look like hypocrites. Yeah, these women's careers, guys, is on the line. Day by day, more men are coming out and saying, yeah, I'm identifying as a woman and I want to play in the WNBA. So let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. Here we go. So right over here, Clay Travis. After two former first-round NBA draft picks declared for WNBA draft, the WNBA's commissioner says the league will be meeting to review what a woman is for the purpose of league eligibility. These meetings need to be streamed live. That's must-see TV. Yeah, he goes on. Again, the league has only three options now. One, declare two NBA players, not women, meaning they can define what a woman is. Two, let men play. Three, announce only players born as women can play. If they do nothing and refuse to draft the men sue alleging antitrust, checkmate. That league definition of woman is not specific enough to exclude men without establishing biology is real and arguing men and women are different. WNBA now has to define what a woman is to establish eligibility criteria. This is a glorious woke mess they have created. Yeah, Gabby Williams, folks. Gabby Williams out there virtue signaling the other day. And look at it now. The league is actually going to have a meeting to establish what is a woman. And this didn't come from Clay Travis. This is on ESPN, folks. Look at this. Engelbert, WNBA to continue talks about transgender athletes next week. Wow. So when Sophie Cunningham, guys, came out and said that she didn't want males and female sports, it opened up a whole can of worms because you now have people protesting outside of WNBA games in support of Sophie Cunningham. Now, WNBA is supposed to be the wokest league, and they know the invasion is coming to them. Folks, this is why I went after Caitlin Clark right here. Because the WNBA even knows that these men that want to play in the WNBA, they got a case based on the WNBA's wokeness. If they don't actually let these transgenders play, you know they're going to be called transphobic. And also, if they do let them play, women are actually going to lose their jobs. Also, women can actually get hurt. Let's read this. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert sent a memo to teams that address ongoing discussions about transgender athletes in women's sports. This is what she said. Quote, I know many of you have received questions in recent weeks regarding transgender athlete participation in women's basketball, and I expect this topic will continue to receive significant attention, Engelbert wrote in the memo, which was sent Friday afternoon and obtained by the Associated Press. Quote, I wanted to reach out to share how we are approaching these conversations at the league office and to thank those of you who have responded to questions from the media with thoughtfulness and professionalism. Close quote. The memo said the topic will be discussed further by a task force of team presidents and general managers at a previously scheduled meeting next week. Wow. I mean, I'm stunned by this. Man. All of the woke virtue signaling by the woke WNBA, they're panicking. This is the only reason why they're having this meeting, folks. They are panicking that all the woke virtue signaling could actually backfire on them. And I think the WNBA, man, is about to lay the hammer down. Maybe they'll kind of finagle some words, around like, only, they may use terms like only women born female at birth can play in the WNBA. They may do something like that to smooth it over. So they won't necessarily come out and say transgenders will be banned from WNBA, because the language it lands a little bit different there with the woke activists. But if they say women who are born female can only participate in WNBA, comes off a little bit different, right? Yeah, this is absolutely hilarious, folks. This is absolutely hilarious that the WNBA needs to go out there and define what a woman is. After all of these years, man, of woke virtue signaling, they got to have a meeting about this. And I believe they're going to ban the transgenders from women's sports. They're just going to do it in a slightly different way. They may come out and say, yeah, we don't have the facilities for women who weren't born as women. They're going to use stuff like that. They're going to make excuses, okay? We just don't have the space and all that for them. They'll come out with something like that. But essentially, guys, yeah, they're ready to actually ban the trans. They're ready to ban the trans. And you still may have some crazy woke WNBA players that's actually going to be pissed off. But do you really want to play against a Royce White or a Enes Kanter Freedom or Julie Tatar in France? Probably some other ones too, guys. Do you actually want to play against them? And you know what? You may not even make the team, because eventually, if a transgender is actually on a WNBA roster, somebody's going to get cut. That's only so many spots on a roster. And you know what? I really do hope it happens. And I hope that it actually happens on the Golden State Valkyries, because their coach, man, out there advocating for the trans invasion. Also, Gabby Williams, yeah, I hope a transgender actually replaces her. But now I think the WNBA probably is about to end the woke virtue signaling, because they know it's coming fast. I wouldn't be shocked if we actually had another male basketball player come out and say, yeah, I'm trans and I'm declaring for the WNBA draft. Yeah. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.